Story time again. Now, a client's been watching my story times and said, can you tell them the story about the lawyer in Hobart? Absolutely. It's a nice short one and it's quite funny. So this client of mine was using a firm in Hobart to buy a piece of land that they were going to develop. They gave him a simplified disclosure because the fee was going to be under $9.50 or something. You don't have to do a full disclosure. There were some complications with the transaction, so they started charging hourly rates. However, at no point in this deal did they ever tell my client what their hourly rates were. And I remember he was bitching to me about it because I was helping him with some problems with the bank, which is a whole nother problem. But he said, I don't even know what these people are charging me, but I just got like a $2.5K bill. And I'm a good lawyer. My fees are almost always over $1,000. So I will always just give a full disclosure to avoid the situation. But they hadn't given him a full disclosure, therefore they could not charge him per the Law Society rules. He was getting a bit tight on cash and he was a bit shitty with the lawyer too. So I gave him what he needed to go to these lawyers and say, hey, I don't recall receiving a disclosure under the legal professional uniform law. This was after they said they're going to withhold funds at settlement, they're going to do all sorts of nonsense. But when you throw the legal professional uniform law and say there's been a clear breach, you didn't even give me a cost disclosure, shit gets very serious. So old mate and my client sit down and he spends like a minute saying you got to pay anyway. And I told him that there's no way he's going to have to pay. He'd go for a cost assessment and I'd throw it out in 5 seconds. After the slight pressure to pay the $2.5-3.5K bill, because it was a fair fee for what they did, the client said, no, you didn't do the right disclosures. I'm not going to pay anymore. He did say, I'll pay your original fee that was quoted, and from now on, I'll pay your hourly rates. And the Hobart lawyer just agreed to it and said, yep, we fucked it up pretty bad. Sorry about that. And that's why I always give a full cost disclosure with like 10 pages to every single client.